You have probably heard the claim that one rifle can do everything, and for decades the BOT 3006 has been held up as that answer. Not because it is trendy, not because it is flashy, but because it keeps showing up where reliability actually matters. This project is not about nostalgia or brand loyalty. It is about separating rifles that look good on paper from rifles that keep working after years of real use. Over the course of this review series, I am taking a hard, practical look at 5 BOT 3006 rifles that have earned a reputation for dependability through long-term field experience, range time, and real-world ownership. No marketing talk, no collector hype, just honest performance. For each rifle, I will break things down the same way every time. First, an objective look at how it is built and how it performs mechanically. Then a subjective perspective on how it feels to actually use, carry, and live with. Finally, my personal takeaway, including realistic price expectations and who each rifle truly makes sense for. Some of these choices will be predictable. Others may surprise you. The common thread is simple. These are rifles that were designed to work, not just to sell. If you care more about consistency than trends, more about long-term reliability than short-term excitement, this review project was built with you in mind. The first rifle in this project tends to catch people off guard because it challenges the idea that a serious 3006 has to be a traditional bolt action. The Benelli Rone is a semi-automatic rifle that prioritizes function and comfort over nostalgia, and it does so without compromising reliability. Objectively, the Rone is built around a gas-operated, auto-regulating system derived from Benelli's proven shotgun technology. That system is designed to handle a wide range of BOT 3006 loads, while reducing felt recoil and smoothing out the firing cycle. In practical terms, it allows the rifle to stay flatter under recoil and return to target faster than most bolt-action rifles in the same caliber. The detachable box magazine feeds consistently, and the overall construction reflects Benelli's focus on durability rather than decorative detail. From a mechanical standpoint, this is a rifle meant to run cleanly and predictably when conditions are less than ideal. Subjectively, the Benelli Rone feels more modern than many rifles in this caliber, but not in a gimmicky way. It balances well in the hands. The recoil impulse feels controlled rather than sharp, and extended shooting sessions are noticeably less fatiguing. It does not try to feel like a museum piece or a show rifle. Instead, it feels like a museum piece or a show rifle. Instead, it feels like a working tool, straightforward and confident in its role. That said, there are trade-offs. Magazine capacity is limited compared to some expectations of semi-automatic rifles. Aftermarket support is narrower than what bolt-action platforms enjoy. And traditionalists will always argue that simplicity favors a bolt gun. In terms of pricing, that simplicity favors a bolt gun. In terms of pricing, the Benelli Rone generally sits in the mid to upper range for modern hunting rifles. It is not a budget option, but it is also not priced like a boutique or custom build. What you are paying for is refinement and recoil management, smooth operation, and Benelli's reputation for long-term reliability. Moving from semi-automatic convenience to bolt-action simplicity. The Ruger American represents the modern interpretation of a no-nonsense working rifle. It is often underestimated because of its price point and plain appearance, but mechanically it delivers far more than its looks suggest. Objectively, the Ruger American is built around a 3-lug bolt with a short throw, a cold hammer forged barrel, and Ruger's adjustable marksman trigger. That combination produces consistent lockup, repeatable accuracy, and a trigger pull that can be tuned to the shooter without aftermarket work. The lightweight synthetic stock keeps overall weight down, making the rifle easy to carry over long days in the field while remaining stable enough for deliberate, controlled shots. Subjectively, the Ruger American feels honest. It does not try to impress with cosmetics, and it does not distract with unnecessary features. The rifle shoulders naturally, cycles smoothly, and gives the impression that it is designed to get out of the shooter's way rather than demand attention. For newer shooters, it is forgiving and easy to learn on. For experienced shooters, it simply works. The primary criticisms are predictable. The stock feels basic, the finish lacks refinement, and it does not have the visual presence of more expensive rifles. None of those issues affect performance, but they are worth acknowledging. From a pricing standpoint, the Ruger American typically sits in the affordable to mid-range category for 306 in the affordable to mid-range category for 36 bolt-action rifles. 306 bolt-action rifles. It is often one of his bolt-action rifles. It is often one of the best values available when accuracy per dollar is the primary concern. Stepping back into the semi-automatic category, the Browning Bar Mark III occupies a very different space than most modern rifles. It blends traditional styling with a proven operating system that has earned trust over decades of use. Objectively, the Bar Mark III uses a long-stroke gas piston system paired with a 7-lug rotating bolt. This design spreads recoil over a longer impulse, resulting in softer shooting characteristics than many shooters expect from A36. The action cycles reliably across a wide range of factory loads, and the lockup is robust enough to handle sustained use without loosening or inconsistency. From a mechanical perspective, this is a rifle built for endurance rather than minimalism. Subjectively, the Bar Mark III feels substantial. It carries more weight than most bolt-action rifles, but that weight works in the shooter's favor when it comes to recoil control and stability. The rifle settles into the shoulder comfortably, tracks smoothly during follow-up shots, and maintains a composed shooting rhythm that encourages accuracy rather than speed for its own sake. The fit and finish, especially on models with walnut stocks, project a traditional hunting rifle aesthetic without sacrificing function. The downsides are straightforward. It is heavier than many alternatives. Aftermarket customization is limited, and some shooters prefer the mechanical simplicity and lighter carry weight of a bolt-action platform. In terms of price, the Browning Bar Mark III generally falls into the mid to upper range for factory semi-automatic hunting rifles. It is not positioned as a budget option, but its pricing reflects long-term reliability, recoil management, and overall shootability rather than novelty. If there is one rifle that defines the phrase "proven by time," it is the Winchester Model 70 Featherweight. This is the bold action standard that many others are measured against, not because of marketing, but because it has consistently delivered accuracy and reliability across generations. Objectively, the Model 70 Featherweight features a cold hammer forged, free-floating barrel, a smooth single-stage trigger, and a controlled round feed action that promotes reliable feeding under a wide range of conditions. The action cycles cleanly and predictably, and the lighter profile barrel and stock reduce overall weight without sacrificing structural integrity. Subjectively, the Model 70 feels intuitive. It balances naturally, points where you expect it to, and inspires confidence through simplicity. There is nothing exaggerated about the way it handles. Every movement feels deliberate and familiar, even to shooters who are new to the platform. The lighter weight does come with trade-offs. Felt recoil can be sharper when firing heavier, 3006 loads, and some shooters may prefer a heavier rifle for extended range sessions. Additionally, premium woodstocked variants and collector-grade models can command significantly higher prices. From a pricing perspective, modern production Model 70 Featherweights generally sit in the mid to upper range for quality bolt-action hunting rifles. Older or collectible versions can exceed that range depending on condition and configuration. Rounding out this review is the Savage 11 Trophy Hunter XP, a rifle that has built its reputation on accuracy rather than appearance. It often enters the conversation quietly, but it consistently earns respect once performance is measured on target. Objectively, the Savage 11 series is built around a free-floating barrel and Savage's user-adjustable AccuTrigger system. The trigger minimizes creep. AccuTrigger system. The trigger minimizes creep and allows shooters to fine-tune pull weight without the need for aftermarket components. This setup delivers repeatable accuracy that frequently matches or exceeds rifles in higher price brackets. The bolt operation is straightforward and dependable, prioritizing function over refinement. Subjectively, the Savage 11 feels utilitarian in the best sense of the word. It is not designed to impress visually, but it inspires confidence through consistency. The rifle settles well into supported shooting positions and performs predictably shot after shot. The stock and overall finish reflect its value-oriented positioning, and traditionalists may find the aesthetics uninspiring. However, those concerns fade quickly once accuracy becomes the focus. In terms of pricing, the Savage 11 Trophy Hunter XP typically sits in the affordable to lower mid-range category. It is frequently recommended for shooters who want maximum performance per dollar without paying for cosmetic upgrades. My personal takeaway is that the Savage 11 is an accuracy-first rifle. If precision, reliability, and value matter more to you than appearance or brand prestige, this rifle is difficult to overlook. If this breakdown helped you think more clearly about what matters in a reliable 3006, let me know by leaving a comment. I want to hear which rifle you would trust when it counts and why. If you have experience with any of these rifles, or if there is another platform you think deserves a closer look, drop your questions and suggestions below. Make sure to subscribe to Scoper 90 Degrees, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you do not miss upcoming deep dive reviews focused on practical gear, real-world performance, and honest evaluation. Thanks for spending your time here. I will see you in the next one.